It is shelf cooking week 2. If you missed last week's video, definitely go watch that. I will have it linked down below and up here for you guys. So today we're going to be doing the meal plan grocery haul, and then I'm going to show you all of the meals that I made for my family this week, just with shelf cooking things and a few things from the grocery store. So if that interests you, keep watching. Let's plan out some meals for this week and make our small little grocery list. We're gonna have some potato soup. So we'll need to get some potatoes and carrots. Next, we're gonna do some meatball orzo. And I believe we have everything except for sour cream, so we'll need to get a little bit of sour cream. And then we're gonna do some of our cheesy potato casserole, because if we're buying potatoes for the potato soup, we definitely want to be able to use more potatoes this week so we don't waste any. And then we will do maybe another meatball dinner, because we are buying some meatballs. So we could do our teriyaki meatballs and rice with some broccoli, because we still have some broccoli in the fridge that we didn't end up using last week, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then on Friday, we'll do some of the pasta carbonara, because we have bacon in the freezer, and we also have eggs that need to get used, and we should have some parsley and the Parmesan cheese. And then we'll plan for a leftovers day as well. And we always eat dinner at my parents' house on Sundays, so we will eat these meals this week, and it might be different days than what I have listed here, but we'll have those, and then we'll have a leftover or kind of fend for yourself night. But I think we're gonna have a relatively small grocery list for this. I typically just do a grocery list on my phone, and we really don't need very much today. We just need a couple of snack things, some yogurts for breakfast, maybe some bagels for breakfast as well. And then for the dinners, we'll need some potatoes, carrots, meatballs, and I think that's really it, and the sour cream. So let's go over to the store and pick everything up for this week. So we'll start out week 2 with this small grocery haul, really just to stock up on some fresh things and some yogurts and a couple of snacks. So we got potatoes, meatballs. I thought we needed a little bit more just because we're having a couple of meatball dinners this week. So I just picked up one more bag just to be safe. And then we got some pretzels, strawberries, some yogurts, some carrots, sour cream for a couple of the recipes. And then we also got some bagels, snap peas, and goldfish. The total for this grocery haul was $33 and some change. I'll have that on the screen, and that will be the grocery haul for this week. I did save a little bit of wiggle room in the budget so we could go get some salads for my husband for his lunches when we ran out of the other ones that we got last week. And we stayed under that $50 budget for this week, and let's see how well we do next week. So now let me show you what we actually ended up making this week. It always tends to be a little bit different than what we planned on, but for this first night we did the Swedish meatball orzo, and I decided to use ground beef instead of meatballs just because we had some that needed to get used. And what I first did was chop up my onion in my little Ninja food processor, which I have linked down below for you guys if you're interested in it. And I heated that up on the stove with some oil and just made sure that the onions were soft and translucent. Next, I added in my ground beef and heated that up, and then added in my garlic once my meat was warmed through. And I gave all of that a really good stir, and my meat was pre-seasoned and pre-cooked. So I normally season my ground beef with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and Worcestershire sauce. And I just bag it up and put it in the freezer so I can pull it out later. After all of that was mixed together, I added in my 3 cups of beef broth, salted and peppered this as well, just to make sure everything had enough seasoning. And then I added in 1 cup of orzo pasta and gave this a good stir. I also brought it up to a boil and then let it simmer for 10 minutes until the orzo was fully cooked. And while the orzo pasta was cooking, I heated up some frozen corn in the microwave just because we had some on hand. And then once the water is boiled off enough and there's still just a little bit left, you'll go ahead and turn off the heat and add a half cup of sour cream. Mix this together until it is nice and thick and creamy, and then you can go ahead and serve this. This is a really easy one-pot meal that I really enjoy, and I'm glad that we made this one again. It's been a really long time since we've had it. We had kind of a crazy day on Tuesday, so we decided instead of making a full-on meal that we would just pull out some of our Trader Joe's freezer stuff. So we had some orange chicken, fried rice, and then some egg rolls that we got from Costco a while back. Heated everything up according to the package instructions, and it was delicious, and it was really easy, and it was just something we didn't have to think about, and it prevented us from running out and ordering takeout. Wednesday was another hectic day, so we had a fend for yourself kind of dinner. I had a sandwich, my husband had some tuna fish and crackers, and my daughter also had a sandwich. And then on Thursday, we were at my parents' house all afternoon, so my mom ended up making us some delicious potato soup for dinner, which was super nice of her. I am making my favorite meatballs, the teriyaki ones. I've made them a bunch of times on the channel. So I have my meatballs in the Instant Pot. I have my sauce right here. And what I'm gonna do, since I didn't start this earlier, is I'm going to dump the sauce in without the beef broth. So I'll add the beef broth and the cornstarch in at the end, and then put it on saute to thicken it. Just dump this in. So we're gonna turn it to sealing, and then I am just going to do it on manual for 0 minutes. Just making my cornstarch slurry with the beef broth, and my meatballs finished just a little bit ago. I'm gonna turn it to saute, if it'll let me, and then we'll go ahead and dump in the slurry, and then we'll let this heat up a little bit, stir it around, and then we'll serve it over some rice. I'll have the recipe for this one and the sauce ingredients down below for you guys if you want to make it. And if you want to watch the whole process of me making this dinner, I have lots of videos where I show how to make this recipe, and you can do it in the crock pot or the Instant Pot. It's really versatile. And now it is all thick and very hot and steamy. It is seriously one of my favorite fast, easy go-to dinners. On Saturday, we made one of our favorite dinners. It's this cheesy potato casserole. It's a little bit labor intensive, but the result is amazing. So what you do to make this is you wash about 4 cups worth of potatoes. So chop them up really thin, and then you will get those boiling in a pot of water. And while you're doing that, you'll chop up an onion very small and get this cooking on the stove with 3 tablespoons of butter. Once the onion's fully cooked, you'll go ahead and add in a 1/4 cup of flour. Stir this around for about a minute, and then you'll add in 1 cup of milk. You'll stir this until it gets nice and thick, and then you'll go ahead and add in a cup of the potato water. And then after that, you'll make sure that that's thick and add in a cup of cheddar cheese. And then you'll add in all of your potatoes and your meat. Give this all a really good stir together. Season it heavily with salt and pepper. And you'll dump it into a nice casserole dish and bake this in the oven at 375 degrees for about 40 minutes covered and then 10 minutes uncovered. And it is delicious and makes wonderful leftovers. And that is all I have for this week of Shelptember. If you want to see what I'm making next week, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. And I hope you all have the best rest of your day. Bye!